Gyokeres to Arsenal is finally confirmed, and what does this mean for Manchester United? Because as of today, the only links I've seen for United are Benjamin Sesko, Nicolas Jackson, Calvert-Lewin, and Ollie Watkins. And let's just be real, the last option of all of those has to be Nicolas Jackson, especially if Chelsea really is rumoring him to be around 100 million. And these are his stats from last year. He had 13 goals, 6 assists in 37 matches, 15 goal involvements in 30 Premier League games. Now, I will say, embarrassingly enough, getting Nicolas Jackson would improve our team because he's better than Højlund. Point blank. Embarrassing to say, but that is the reality. I mean, the season before, he had 19 goal involvements in 35 games. We would dream of Højlund doing that. Højlund in his first season had 10 goals, 2 assists in 30 matches in the Premier League. This last season, just 4 goals in 32 matches. And based off of how his first season went, I think everyone expected him to match it or exceed it by a little bit this past season, but obviously that wasn't the case. The next striker linked is Benjamin Sesko. Now, do I think he's a good player? Yes, and of course he would improve our team. Here's the thing though about United and these strikers we've signed in recent years. We haven't signed anyone Prem proven, and we've taken a gamble and paid hefty fees every time. First it was Højlund, then it was Xerxes, and now it could potentially be Benjamin Sesko. Do I think it would work out at United? Honestly, I think it's another gamble. Is the potential there? Yes. Last season, he had 13 goals and 5 assists in 33 Bundesliga matches. The year before that, 14 goals, 2 assists in 31 matches. So is there some kind of goal threat there? There is, but again, is it worth taking the gamble? Because if I'm not mistaken, he would be closer to the 80 to 100 million if I'm not mistaken there. So do I think they should go for him in that sense? They shouldn't, especially with the financial troubles they have, and they haven't even sold any of the 4 players that are officially going to be left out. Malacia, Jadon Sancho, Garnacho, and Anthony, which then leads me to Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins has 3 years left on his contract, and I believe in January, Arsenal did offer around 60 million for him, and they rejected that. So I'm going to assume they would probably ask for 70 to 80 because now it's 6 months left on his contract, but realistically probably more because of the market. He's Prem proven. He had 16 goals, 8 assists last season. Year before that, 19 goals, 13 assists. Year before that, 15 goals, 6 assists. So he's consistently proven to be able to play in the Prem, which is something that United does need, especially in a striker. Would this be as much of a gamble? I don't think so. Would it cost a lot of money? Yes. And the next big thing is his age. He's 29 years old. He turns 30 this year. So realistically, how long would United sign him for? I think giving him anything over 3 years would be a waste, honestly. And the last option I'm going to talk about is Calvert-Lewin. Do I think United should go for him? I think, honestly, he should be the last, very, very last resort, just simply because he would be free and it would be just another option to literally test something out, because I don't think we could afford another season of going with Højlund up top. But his best season in an Everton shirt and in the Premier League was in 2020-2021. He scored 16 goals in 33 matches, 21 goals for the season in total. Second best season after that was 13 goals, 1 assist in 36 matches. So again, is he semi-Prem proven? Yes, but all these other years, granted he gets injured and whatnot, he doesn't score too much. So at that point, would we be hindering Højlund's development? In my opinion, yes, but at the same time, he does need someone else to compete with. A wildcard option, and there hasn't been any reports with United being linked with him whatsoever, I just think it would be pretty hilarious, is Wissa. He's played with Brian and Mbeumo. Newcastle just offered 25 million and they rejected, so I'm not sure how much more they would want. So he'd be cheaper on that front. But again, his age is a factor. He's 28, he turns 29 this year. Just a year younger than Ollie Watkins. He is a cheaper alternative, and he's played with Brian and Mbeumo, so there's also that. But just long term, is he going to be the solution? I don't think he would be. So after considering all of these options, who do I think the best is? I'm not going to lie. If I had to choose, I would probably choose Watkins in the sense of win now. Amorim needs someone to win today. His job is really on the line this next season. And if United and the board truly believe in him long term, but they also need to see some immediate success, I think Watkins would be the answer. He's Prem proven. He's had a season where he scored 19 goals, 13 assists. Last season, 16 goals, 8 assists. He's much more than just a goal scorer. My only thing would be how much we're going to pay for him and how long is that contract going to be for. But regardless, United needs a win now, because if they go for Sesko and it doesn't work out, how many more years can United go on with gambling with a striker? I just don't think it's really feasible, specifically because of the financial troubles United is in. Again, I'm speaking in the sense of today, United hasn't done any sales, so the money is definitely limited. But the thing United can't do, for Højlund's sake, for United's sake, is go another season with him up top. I think Højlund does need someone experienced in front of him to teach him and show him the reins of playing in the Premier League. But for the sake of the club, Højlund's development, United does need a proven striker. Who is it going to be? I guess we'll end up finding out. And United, typical fashion, they'll probably sign someone with a week left in the transfer window and overpay, because that's what United has done in recent years.